Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Millennial Mindset, where anything is possible if you just have the right mindset to achieve it. And I am so grateful for all of you for being here. I'm grateful for all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos and commenting. I've seen the comments as well. Thank you for being interactive. I really appreciate you guys. And for all of you who don't know, I am a brand new YouTuber, so it's greatly appreciated. All the support and all of the likes and subscriptions has been a great help for me to grow this channel. And I'm only just doing my very best to deliver the best information that I can to all of you that is relevant and that is helpful to your lives. So thank you. And feel free, if you get value from this video, to share this video with people who may find value as well. So I like to get straight to the point and not waste any time because time is valuable. So I'm getting into the topic today. And the topic for today is the best countries to teach English abroad in 2022. And for those of you who are not sure or do not know or did not watch my original video of me living in South Korea, I was a teacher there. And so this topic is near and dear to my heart because I do understand what it's like to be a teacher in a foreign country. I live in Canada, in North America, and I was given the opportunity to go and teach in South Korea, and you can check out that video and see how my experience was. But I will get straight into it. So number one, for liberal arts students who graduated and have a degree and you're looking for somewhere to teach, France is the number one country for this. And the salary that you can get as a teacher in France on average ranges from 800 to 2,000 US dollars per month. And it is really basically a country where you do not have to speak French. They are willing to accept teachers that only speak English, which is great. And a lot of the countries that I'm going to list are very much interested in teaching their children in their country English, and they want their children to be fluent in English and bilingual. And so their focus is not so much on you knowing their language. Their focus is on you being able to speak English clearly and in an effective way, and teach it clearly and in an effective way. And that's all they care about. So all that's required to teach in France is a bachelor's degree and a CELTA certification or something equivalent to that. And it is the heart of Europe. And so it is one of those countries where you can easily travel around to other countries while you're there. And so I think it would be a very exciting experience for those of you who are interested in teaching English in a European country. And so I think it's very much worth it if you are looking in that direction. Number two, the best country for keeping in touch with your friends and family would be Chile. And this is in South America. And so the reason that this would be a country that's so great for keeping in touch with your friends and family is literally because the time zone is not, it's not as far ahead as some other countries would be. So if you're living in North America or in another country that is a similar time zone to Chile, then you would be in better luck getting a hold of your family members and being able to talk to them regularly without it being, midnight on your end and the morning on their end, or vice versa, or a whole day ahead or a whole day behind, for example, like an Asian country, for example. So it's very close to the United States East Coast. So not so bad, not so far away. And it is a country that has a lot of mountains and deserts and a lot of things to see. It's a great place for travelers and hikers. They have a breathtaking range of environments that you can check out and experience there. And the average salary for Chile is from 500 to 800 USD per month. And so the cost of living is about 600 USD per month, and all you need is a bachelor's degree. You don't even need a teaching certification. So it's not that difficult to get a teaching position there. And it's a great country overall. And if you happen to come from a Spanish speaking country, then this would make life even easier for you to settle down there, because you would be bilingual and able to speak to the locals in their native language of Spanish and also in English. So it's a great mix of the two. Number 3, for my LGBTQ community, the third country that is rated as the best country is Spain. And it's rated as the best country specifically for the LGBTQ community because Spain is mostly referred to as the gay capital of Europe. So they host Europe's largest gay pride festival every year. And this is a place that is LGBTQ accepting and safe. And the people there are very open and open-minded, and it's somewhere where you can feel safe. The only downside is that the salaries in Spain are not the best. So you may have to bear that in mind and consider that. If money is your priority with teaching English in a foreign country, then Spain may not be the best option. However, if safety is more important to you than money, then Spain is a great option. So the average monthly salary for Spain paying teachers is $835 to 1,900 USD. And so it is a little bit low in terms of how much you'd be spending for cost of living. The cost of living there ranges from 800 to 1,200 USD per month. So not a lot of saving can happen there if that's your only gig. But if you have other gigs going on, for example, a YouTube channel, or you have other things that you're doing online or remotely, then this could be a great option for you to live somewhere safe if you are part of that community. Now, the minimum qualifications to teach in Spain is a bachelor's degree. You do need a teaching license for teaching in private schools, which tend to pay a little bit more than public schools. And you must be under the age of 60 if you are going to be a teaching assistant. And you will get health insurance while you're there as well. So that's a bonus, and that's something that is a plus if you are a teacher in Spain. So awesome. Number 4, China. China is rated the best country for saving money. Now, it is a rapidly developing nation. As we know, the population is over 1.4 billion people. So it is definitely in demand to have English teachers in China. And the English teachers are typically paid quite well. Maybe not as much as the UAE, like countries like Dubai, but it definitely pays quite well underneath UAE. And living expenses in China are quite cheap and reasonable, so you would be able to make quite a bit of money and save quite a bit of money as well. And the average salary that they pay in China is from 1,200 to 3,500 USD per month. And the cost of living would range from 380 to 1,000 US dollars per month. So not so bad if you ask me. The minimum qualifications to teach in China is as follows. You must have a bachelor's degree. You must be a fluent English speaker from a English speaking country. And you must have a TEFL certification, which is known as a TEFL certification, which is what I also had to have when I was teaching in South Korea, which is short for teaching English in a foreign language. And you must be under the age of 60 for men and under the age of 55 for women. So they are quite strict with their age range with teachers in China. The perks of living in China as a teacher is you get housing, you get free housing, I must add. You get flights paid for, your flight to and your flight leaving is paid for normally, and you also get health insurance while you are teaching in China. So not such a bad place to teach at all. Now, number 5 is South Korea, and now number 5 is rated as the best for perks and benefits. So for me, I saw the benefits of living in South Korea because I felt like I was getting the most bang for my buck. And I was able to get my flight paid for to go there as well as to return. I also had free housing. I also had health care. And typically the schools are also very good. The education is quite good. So you won't find yourself in situations where you're teaching things that are not up to par. The education system there is very good. So you will benefit quite a bit from living there. Also, it's very friendly in terms of there's a lot of people there that are willing to engage with foreigners and meet foreigners and interact. A lot of the people in South Korea do speak English or know some, basic English, especially the younger generation, because they grew up with that as a part of their curriculum. So a lot of the younger generation of students do speak English a little bit, and so it's kind of fun when you walk around the city, and if you're a recognizable foreigner like I am, you'd have students run up to you and say teacher, teacher, and want to speak to you in English. So that's quite exciting and cool. If you want to know more about my experience in South Korea, definitely check out my video. I made 2 videos about South Korea, so check those 2 videos out, and that will give you a better breakdown of my personal experience living there as a foreign English teacher. And the average salary range for teachers in South Korea is $1,350 to $3,100 US per month. And the average cost of living in South Korea is about 1,000 USD per month. So very, very good, I would say. And the perks of living in South Korea, as I mentioned, you get free housing, you get health care, you get your flights paid for free, and you do get a severance package if you do have to leave. That is something new. It wasn't really a thing at the time that I was teaching there, but it has become very popular with a lot of the schools and a lot of the programs now. So that looks pretty excellent to me. Now, the next, number 6, is United Arab Emirates. And this is rated as the best for future career growth. So if you're looking to teach in a country where there can be growth, where you can move and relocate there permanently or at least for a few years, then Dubai is one of those countries that you definitely should teach in. And so the Arab Emirates has modernized rapidly over the last several years. It is definitely a high in demand place for English teachers, so you cannot go wrong if you do want to teach in the Arab Emirates, United Arab Emirates. And also the only drawdown or drawback, I would say, with teaching in the United Arab Emirates is that they do require you to have experience as a teacher. They do not take inexperienced teachers, so you should have at least several years of experience, and you should have a bachelor's degree. And also, I don't think I did not mention that South Korea also requires you to have a bachelor's degree, so, and a TEFL certification as well. So just things to bear in mind. The TEFL certification, you can literally get online and do the course online. So it's really not that difficult, and you can get it done in a few weeks or a few months, depending on your pace. And yeah, so moving on. The average salary range for the United Emirates is 3,300 to 5,500 USD per month. So, I mean, that's pretty good if I don't say so myself. I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to save a lot of money and make a lot of money, I would suggest teaching in this place. And the cost of living ranges between 1,350 to 1,900 USD per month. So really not that bad. So as I mentioned, you do need to have a bachelor's degree. You need to have a TEFL certification, so teaching English as a foreign language certification. You need to have 2 years of teaching experience or more. And you need to be a fluent English speaker. And the perks that come with living and teaching here is housing, you get covered, flights are covered, and you have health insurance. So that's very much a plus. And I would even go as far as giving you another suggestion. If you are not interested in teaching abroad physically, now we're living in a day and age where the internet is connecting us globally. And so you can decide to be a teacher from the comfort of your own home. And that has become, over the years, very popular and in demand, especially with COVID and all the things we went through with the pandemic. A lot of places are now looking for remote opportunities, remote teachers, remote tutors. All of those things have blossomed times 10 compared to even before. So you can definitely look for a gig where you can teach English online, and you can do this from anywhere in the world. So my viewers that are listening and watching from anywhere in the world, you can teach English if you know English and you're able to teach it. Then you can do this anywhere. The hourly wage is usually between 10 to 25 US dollars per hour. And that's pretty great, I would say. And depending on where you live, I would say if you don't live in a North American country, that can be pretty great. And if you do live in a North American country, making up to $25 an hour could actually be a great side hustle or a side supplement to what you're already doing. You can also do it full time as well. And it's great for moms who are home with their kids, or people who want extra opportunities, or teachers who are looking to teach but don't have the time to physically go into a classroom every day. These are all great options for you. And all that you need to have is the ability to speak English fluently, and that's it. So you don't have to leave your house either. So great perk, right? Those are all of the top countries to teach English abroad in 2022. They all have their own unique reasons why they are rated as the best countries. So I hope this information was informative, and I do hope that whoever is watching this video, you did get some value from this topic. So if you have any further questions or anything else that you'd like to add, feel free to drop a comment in the comments section down below. I love reading your comments. And definitely like, share, and subscribe so that you can get up to date on all the content that I'm putting out there on a regular basis. So I love you all. Thank you so much for your time, and have yourself an amazing day.